Welcome back, one and all, to Table Talk Gaming, where tonight, Yoirah, Aiden, Aren, Krahk, and Aramis will face the perilous journey to the camp of Sixpence, the renowned bandit leader. Join us tonight in this adventure. So when last we met, you all were leaving the unfortunate scene of Ironforge Mountain. You had a marvelous concert.
We did that on purpose.
Yeah.
What do you mean unfortunate?
Unfortunate for the people who lived there.
Well, 3 out of 4 of us did it on purpose.
Yeah, it worked out fine for us.
I mean, it's not like we burned the city down.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
I didn't even use my bomb.
Right?
Why do you have a bomb?
Why don't you?
Because I punch things.
I am the bomb.
But
You have to open it up to see the whole thing. It's not just you on Musk smoking.
with the Appletons, Besh, and Daniel in tow, you guys are making your way back to New Dredgemire. I believe there was talk, though, last time of hiring mercenaries to help them along the journey.
Yep.
Yep.
And we decided that Yoirah would go back into town and do that.
Okay, you found some mercenaries. Everybody's kind of on guard, so there are people willing to get out of town at the moment. So, for the round trip journey, they offered to do it for 100 gold.
Fine.
So, you all continue on the journey. When you slowly come upon a split in the road in the wilderness, to the left, it leads back to the city of the Wooden Arch, and then past that to New Dredgemire. Well,
We take the way that says there are giants to fight this way.
okay,
Send the mercenaries to the Dredgemire way.
cool.
All the NPCs to protect.
Everybody gives their humble tidings goodbye.
What?
And you all are left to continue your journey towards the bandits. You all have chosen the path that you've heard rumors of there being giants. You've heard various things about them being vicious monsters, this and that. Though most of this is coming from dwarves, so you don't know if you have the most reliable source.
They're giants, I tell you. 20 feet high.
Nah, if they were that big, we actually would be fucked.
So you all are continuing along the path, and as you continue, the hills start to close in on the path itself. The woods become denser. You're really deep inside of nature at this point. And as you continue your journey, you see odd sights at the side of the road. You see wagon wheels and heavily destroyed wooden beams and such. It looks like these might have been carriages at one point. However, they've been maybe long since, maybe shortly since, abandoned and left in disrepair. Everybody roll perception.
I just want to go ahead and say this now before it comes up later. I sent the goblin soup cart with Moreau back to.
Are we in map tools yet?
We are not in map tools yet.
Alright, now the map.
Yeah, I'm just now booting it up because
I'll let you guys know when we transition to map tools.
Okay.
But,
So I will
Discord.
do.
so I do not have my 12 goblin dogs,
You know, that's probably for the best.
which is why I wanted to clear it up now before it became an issue later.
18 on perception.
I got 20.
I feel like I have a bonus for this.
14.
I do have a bonus for this. 23.
So, Aiden, you're the first to hear it. or more so to notice it. The natural woodland sounds, birds chirping in the distance, the chittering of squirrels, has slowly drained from the area surrounding you. You, followed by Krahk and then Cory, in that order, start to hear slow, deep, thudding, pounding sounds in the distance. Do you continue on?
Someone tell him to shut up. I have a hangover.
I have my shield and warhammer out now. As we go.
I assume you guys are on a cart, by the way.
I have my shield and warhammer out on top of the cart.
Did I get a heart that cast shatter?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Let me grab the link for that real quick. You guys continue on. As you get closer, everybody can hear this deep thudding sound. And link has been sent. Everybody can hear this deep thudding sound. Before, eventually on the narrow path ahead, you see something standing in the road.
During this time, can I enact a brilliant plan?
Yes.
Would giant Bane bolts have been available in Ironforge?
Sure.
Cool.
Being dwarves,
Definitely.
this sounds fair.
Yeah,
I now have 5 of them.
Okay. But yeah, in the distance, about 150 feet ahead of the cart, between the tree line, you see this massive, hulking figure. In one hand, he has a great club, and he's kind of just beating it against the ground. The look-wise of him, most of his body is a pale yellow, though it looks like he's almost built in layers as the skin from the bottom to the top gets darker with each layer. You can also make out faint glints of veins in his skin.
Is he making like any rhythm with this beating?
It's slightly rhythmic. It kind of stops and starts.
I'm going to play off him. I'm just going to pull out my bass and just start adding on to the beat he's making.
Aiden just turns to look at Aramis. Really? Your answer to everything is music?
Once we get
And yours is drinking. I think mine's healthier.
once we get in shouting distance from him, I'm just going to shout out in giants, clear the road.
I'll
Okay.
have you know my solution is not drinking. Drinking is my pastime. My solution is violence.
I still say mine's healthier.
Aramis, you start playing your music first. And it's at this point where you notice that the figure stops the thudding. It kind of bends down, making sure to be wary of the overhanging branches, and starts to head your all's way. Once he gets within shouting distance, you see him kind of tilt his head when Krahk, you shout in giant to clear the road. And he speaks back in the slow, methodical, guttural way the giants do, and says, "Who are you?"
Shout back at him. I am Krahk, of Torak. We have no business with you.
Why are you on land, then? Did Pietro send you?
The big word.
I have no idea whom that is.
He noticeably gets kind of agitated. He takes the great club and beats the ground a couple times. And he starts yelling aloud. Where is Pietro? Need Pietro.
Oh, I do.
I have no idea what the giant is saying, so I just hear him shouting and hitting the ground. You pissed it off, Krahk! I've never punched a giant before as I climb down from the cart.
I hop off the cart. I slam my hammer down on the ground. And I go, we know naught of him.
Wow, this is such a good conversation.
It's between the power and the giant. What were you expecting?
Let me see one thing real quick.
It's true.
You're not wrong.
It's between a half-giant paladin and a giant.
Who here has knowledge local?
I do.
I don't.
Roll knowledge local.
I'm going to use Lore Master to take a 20 on it.
Okay.
So that would bring me to a 26.
You would notice that this giant is a bit smaller than most giants. This one stands about 7.5, 8 feet tall.
It's as
And
big as me.
yeah, you also recognize it as a cliff giant. Giants who are known to be neutral good, and are known for their connection to nature, such as druids.
Krahk, I know these kinds of giants aren't typically bad people, so why the hell are you pissing them off?
I'm having a conversation. This is how giants do.
Aiden begins casually walking towards the giant.
Don't do that. That will piss him off.
Don't do
They
that.
bang and yell. We should bang and yell. This is
Sour.
diplomacy.
So, Aiden, you walk towards the giant?
I tell him that will piss him off.
He's shouting and hitting the ground. He's already pissed off.
I'm talking with him.
And look how good that's going over.
It's going well so far. He hasn't charged.
Yes, and I would like to not be grouped together when he does.
Then walk to the side, not toward him.
Aiden rolls his eyes and moves off the road.
It's at this point, with you all bickering at one another, the rock giant, not the rock giant, the cliff giant, picks up a rock.
Trevor, your own damn giant. Yo, it's time to not let him throw that rock.
Okay, Brad.
Time to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Yay! Hit the giants. How many giants are there?
There's one.
At least.
Oh, still no map. Okay.
Got a 20 on my initiative.
Fuck this guy up.
I have a 10.
And an 8.
I haven't rolled yet.
Me either.
17, bitch.
Oh.
Oh, 18 as well.
And I'm guessing that 28 was an attack. Who's he throwing shit at?
He throws a rock, and it lands about 10 feet in front of Aiden.
Aiden looks at the rock, looks at the giant, looks at Krahk. I didn't even say anything to him. What did you tell him about me?
Who had the 20?
Me.
Okay, 18 was Cody. So Aren. 17 was Yoirah.
Yep.
10 was Aiden or Krahk?
Aiden. Krahk has an 8.
Okay. So, quote unquote, surprise round is over. Aramis, it's your turn. The giant Just throw a rock, and he seems very angry.
Hold please while I pull up try to calculate a save DC.
Okay.
The eye of the elder drag of the ancient. Would I know if these things, based on that knowledge roll, that if these things are in the domain of sleep?
It's a giant. It would have to be like a giant toddler. Not even toddler, like just fresh out of the womb.
Okay.
Only thing I want to know is whichever spell you use, it might be out of the hit dice limit now. We're starting to get up there in level.
Yeah, that's why I have masterpiece that lets me use Deep Slumber. Can I start that masterpiece?
Let me look at Deep Slumber.
Except, unlike the Deep Slumber, this only affects one creature.
So he's about 50 feet away, so. You start strumming away, singing a song of deep slumber. And it doesn't affect him.
How many hit dice does that mean that he has, at least?
Means he has at least 11.
Oh, pickles. Move action then to pull out my harp of shattering.
Okay.
And that's gonna have to be my turn.
Okay.
Why are my neighbors deciding now is the time to fucking clog dance?
Well, it's like the other day where it's like 6 o'clock in the evening and my neighbor's like, hey, you know what I should do? Lawnmower.
Yeah.
The people above us, like, I swear to God, they walk around with, like, lead boots all fucking day.
I can't wait to move. When we have a townhouse, that just means me and my roommates, and no one's above us or below us.
Nice.
The cliff giant, reaches down and touches the rock path in front of him. And the rocks start to clutter and start to rise up into a wall, melding together. And that's the cliff giant's turn. Aren.
How close am I to Cliff Giant?
60 feet.
Oh, shit. Okay. I guess I'm running towards him.
Okay. So double move, or are you doing the run action?
Nope.
Sorry?
Are you double moving, or are you taking the run action?
I'm double moving.
Okay.
So 40 feet, right?
Yep. So you are 20 feet away from the stone giant and his wall.
Oh, he was a cliff giant.
Or a cliff giant. I keep saying stone giant.
You do.
He's a stone giant. I need to take the run action in the other direction.
Nah, it's a cliff giant. Yoirah, it's your turn.
How close am I?
60 feet.
Cool, I shoot him.
Okay.
With one of my giants being crossbow bolt.
That's gonna leave an ouchie.
Is he of the giant type?
He is.
Cool, I get an extra +2 to the enhancement bonus. Does 26 hit him?
26 hits. Roll damage.
15 damage.
So, the cliff giant, I got it right that time.
Nice.
The crossbow bolt hits him in the shoulder, and he just lets out a guttural scream. And is that your turn, Yoirah?
Move action to reload.
Cool. Aiden, it's your turn.
So I'm a little ahead and to the side of the party, so I'm less than 60 feet from everyone from the cliff giant?
Yeah, we'll say you're at 40 feet.
Cool. So you know how I have that nifty Kitsune style?
Yes.
That lets me put a dirty trick at the end of a charge?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put a dirty trick at the end of a charge.
Okay.
Question.
What's up?
Answer, damn devil.
Do you have a line to get to him because of that wall?
Unless the wall takes up the full road, I'm off to the side of it, so I should.
Yeah, it's only 10 cubic foot plus 1 foot per level, so it's small wall. Like, it's not even been enough to give him any sort of concealment yet.
Wait, don't tell me cliff giants can make their own cliffs.
Just pulls out the cliff
Oh,
makes a cliff.
my God.
That sucks.
That is a 1.
That is a head.
That sucks.
Hold up. Brad.
Yeah.
Can I do that on other people's turn?
What? Can you do what?
Nope, I had to,
Immediate action?
nope,
Then no.
I had to check. Sorry, Cody, you're fucked.
So you run forward, and as these stones are rattling from the ground, you lose your footing and slam your head into the beginning of this wall. You are... Let me look at the conditions, make sure I'm not doing a bad one. You are staggered for 1 round.
Oh no, I can only take a single standard act? Am I at least within, melee range of this thing?
Yes, but he's building a wall.
I didn't ask about the wall. I asked if I was in melee range.
I don't.
Can I touch it?
For now. Krahk, it's your turn.
Oh hell no, I have a mythic power.
Oh god.
I'm upset. I'm taking it out of this giant.
I am upsetty. I can no longer talk to him.
Why?
Because my 1 level in Oracle, the light came through the curse. I can only bear growl at him.
Son of a...
18 does not do it.
Why is that barking?
Because Bob locked up for the night.
Wait. My mythic power lets me roll twice and take the better one. I have one more chance.
By the way, is this against CMD? Okay.
It is against CMD.
Okay. You hit.
He's blind.
Is that the one where for every 5 over he's blind for an additional round?
Yes, unless he takes a move action to stop being blind.
Okay.
That was far more effort than it really should have been.
Then Krahk, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm car. And then... see here. How far away am I? I was off the cart as well.
60 feet.
Okay. I would take a double move, I guess.
Okay.
On
Aramis.
the way, I got out my shield and a warhammer.
Aramis, is back to your turn.
Bardic performance time.
Cool.
And that's a move action right now, I believe.
That sounds right.
You should also move up to us a little bit, because it's a 30-foot radius.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like people are about to get into combat.
Yeah, I jump out of the wagon and start singing my way downtown. That's my turn. Oh, swift action for rally.
Okay.
What's that do again?
Me plus any ally can re-roll any d20.
That would have been nifty to hang.
Yes, it takes a swift to do. I'm sorry. I was also hoping I would just put this thing to sleep.
Is the Cliff Giant's turn. It takes a move action to rub dirt out of its eye.
What's that, big ugly?
It looks down at you very angry because you just put dirt in its eye.
Want to see him do it again?
And then it attacks.
Oh no.
Well, it was nice meeting Aiden.
Does a 28 hit?
I'm pretty sure the answer to that is yes, but let me double check.
Okay, so how close am I now? I did a double move. That'd be
You should be
40
right
feet from
there. Or no, do you move 20 feet?
Am I 20 feet away or am I right there?
Do you move 20 or 30?
You got a 40 feet away. If you got a
Okay.
moved 40 feet. But
I didn't hear how far I was away.
You were 60
Yeah.
foot away.
Okay.
Until my next turn, my AC is 20, so.
I need to get AC shit because my AC is 21. It's real bad, guys.
You take 13 damage.
You know, I still live. That's the important part.
And then it will 5 foot step away from the wall.
Really?
Yep.
So he's 25 feet away from me?
Yep.
that's a shame.
Your weapon has reach, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, sure, but I could share the same space with him and just whack him.
Aren, it's your turn.
Okay. I'll walk 20 feet and just whack him once.
Or you could delay until I give you a free move action, and then you can take a 5 foot step and 4 round attack him.
I'm good with that.
So you want to delay?
I'll move 20 feet and then
No,
hold off my attack.
don't move.
Okay, I won't move. Never mind.
Delay until after my turn,
Yes, I'm delaying until after first turn.
because I can order you to advance, and then
Okay.
Speaking of Yoirah's turn, Yoirah, it's your turn.
cool. Move action. Move 30 feet forward.
Cool.
Swift action. Advance.
Sweet.
I would like to move opposite of the giant, so it can't continue to 5 foot step away from the action. But I assume that would provoke an attack of opportunity.
Since I don't have a combat mat up, we'll say you can get there with one move action, because you were at the wall, and he only 5 foot stepped.
Yeah, the square he's standing in is threatened, though.
Yeah. Ah, shit.
So
I provoked an attack of opportunity.
Okay. He will take an attack of opportunity.
You can try and tumble, I think. Acrobatics.
My acrobatics is plus 10. I have a decent chance at that.
And you have a reroll in case shit goes south.
And remind me, what's the DC of that?
I'm checking now.
I think it's 10 plus CMB.
Opponent's CMD.
Oh, it's a
Move
Okay.
through their threatened area is just CMD.
Okay.
If it was through their space, it would be 5 plus CMD.
You move at half speed when you do that, though.
Yes.
Well, I don't need much. 15 feet ought to do me.
So go ahead and roll. You fail.
So I still provoke, but
Do you wish to reroll?
nah. I'll save that for an attack.
Hold on.
Does a 23 hit you?
But it does.
You take 14 damage. Alrighty.
Oof. And with my advance,
The reroll has to be made before my next turn.
And I act.
Yeah.
I'll act before you.
Okay, just want you to.
okay. And with my advance, I want to move on the other side of the giant.
Why does this have that? What? Okay.
So,
Krahk, I might have bad news.
alright, what's the news?
I think you also provoke.
Alright, fucking do it.
No, okay. Never mind. I misremembered a feat name.
Or combat reflexes, rather?
It has lightning reflexes.
Yeah, it has lightning
Yeah.
reflexes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was like, why the hell does this have combat reflexes?
They give everything lightning reflexes.
Well, I already will.
Okay, you're fine.
It really doesn't make sense to give a giant lightning reflexes, but
Apparently,
okay.
the giant has a positive dex mod because it was rolling initiative at a +7.
Mhm.
So
Holy shit.
I know what's going on, but I was told having confidence, and Aiden's an idiot, so...
So everyone's advancing. Aiden is to the left.
I'm indifferent on where I go.
Okay, Krahk,
Don't
you
move.
Krahk, you were 20 feet away. Do you move
you don't
closer?
have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I want to eat up the other 20 feet, so I'm 5 feet away now, I think.
Okay. Aren, do you move closer?
Yes.
Cool. You are now within reach of a reach weapon.
Yay.
And you delayed, so now it's your turn. Or,
No.
Now
Yeah.
I get to take now I get to take a standard action.
You still do stuff.
I'm gonna cast haste.
Good call.
I like it.
So I get to hit again?
Yep.
Not just you.
Every.
Everybody.
Yeah. Sweet. Alright, so I'm going to take a 5-foot step to share the same square with him.
Well, you're still
Yeah.
you're not in his square.
Yeah, it would
Oh.
it would put you adjacent to him.
Oh, fine. I'll be adjacent to him. I won't get the coverage, I suppose. But I'm gonna whack him 5 times, I suppose.
Okay.
Whack, 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 whack.
3 at your highest -2, and then 2 at your highest -7.
Yeah.
If it's improved,
just
great weapon
kidding.
fighting. It's 1 at -7, then 1 at -12.
You're correct. No, you're not.
Improved to weapon fighting gets a -10, not a -5.
No, it's the next 5.
No, you're wrong, Michael.
Am I wrong?
You're absolutely
Yes,
wrong.
at a -5 penalty, I have the screen pulled up now.
Yep. Which is on top of the -2 from fighting two weapon like. So the numbers I gave you are correct.
Okay.
Jail
Why
alert.
am I rolling terribly? I'm trying to hit him.
Do you want to reroll any?
I mean,
You have
we
one
do
free
each have
reroll.
one reroll. So,
That's right, it's
I mean-
greater to weapon fighting that does that.
Yeah, because it matches the bad
Yeah.
progression, Michael.
I'm dumb, ignore me.
We all just don't know feats tonight.
Am I hitting him at all? I'm sure I'm not.
None of these are.
The haste one is actually has no negs.
That one hits.
The haste one has no negs?
Correct.
Sweet.
Not even the 2-weapon fighting neg.
You get 2 hits.
Just flailing around and I barely hit him.
This was +1 from haste and +2 from inspire courage or whatever.
No, it wasn't.
So add 3 to all of those.
I think it's still only
so-
those 2.
I mean, that's
18, 19, 18,
Yeah.
27.
So I would recommend taking the one that missed with the highest bonus and re-rolling it.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take the top one and re-rolls.
Make sure to
Here to
include
support
the
you.
+3.
+3.
Ooh.
Woo!
That
I
hits.
hit him. Wait, does it threaten a crit or is that 20 only?
I think meter hammer's 20 only.
I think so.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a 20 only, but it's a ×3 modifier.
That sounds right.
Which is why in 2 levels, you're definitely going to be taking improved critical.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so you have 3 hits. Roll the damage.
What damage buffs do I get from you peeps?
Nothing from me.
+2 from me.
For each roll? Okay, so that's... $32 damage.
Okay.
Well, that's pretty good.
You whack it against the upper thigh and side region, and it lets out another yowl of pain. This thing's not really happy with what's going on. It raises its head back and yells in giant, "Father."
Oh
But you all don't know this, because I think Krahk's the only one who speaks giant.
Yeah. And I can only speak bear right now.
That would be correct. I cannot speak giant.
So,
Does it happen to shout it in Aklo by chance?
sadly not.
Fuck.
There was a chance it could have said it in Terran.
I don't got that one either.
So, Aiden, it's your turn.
This thing just let out what I'm going to assume is a war cry.
Oh boy.
So I'm going to make it have a bad day.
Shit.
Kill it before its daddy gets here.
So I'm going to Brawler's Flurry. It's flanked, right?
Yep, it's flanked.
Okay, plus 19 points. Dirty trick number 1 from my primary attack.
Hits.
It is blinded. Dirty trick number 2 is going to be same modifier from my Brawler's Flurry attack. And then -5.
Sounds right.
For my iterative attack. If the second one hits, it is... God bless it.
I'm not going to bless that.
That's a 1.
It is. I'm probably going to reroll that one. So,
Recommend that.
blind and... Let's go with... entangled.
Oh my god.
I'm going to to use the reroll to not roll a 1, hopefully. Well,
It's not a 1.
Careful what you wish for.
I got exactly what I wished for. And then my haste attack. Not plus 31, plus 21.
Hits.
Does that one hit?
Yep.
So it is blinded, entangled, and shaken.
Okay.
It is taking so many penalties to its attack roll.
It's not bottom of the initiative yet. We'll get there.
And then that was a 4-round action, so I guess that's it for Aiden.
Krahk, it's your turn.
Aiden's on the other side now, so I can 5-foot step up to where I'm flanking with him, right?
Yep, you already were.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go womp down on him.
Womp womp.
First attack.
Oh,
Okay.
roll to confirm.
Do I have him confirm?
27 does confirm.
Okay.
Noise.
And here is my second attack.
Misses.
17.
Reroll that one.
Yeah, I gotta reroll. It's gotta happen soon.
Misses.
Okay. I still got a crit, and Warhammer has a ×3 multiplier.
Ooh, he's going to get action.
So roll damage.
Ooh. He gonna hurt. That didn't work. Bonk.
Bonk.
48 damage.
The cliff giant is not happy. Krahk, after your turn, you hear thunderous footsteps in the distance as the ground seems to shake beneath you. You all, if you look ahead past the cliff giant, further down the path, you see wheeling on its heels most of the lower body of what looks like another cliff giant, although about twice the size as this one.
Turn to Krahk. Why didn't you tell us he was hollering for reinforcements?
Roar.
That's why you did tell us he was calling for reinforcements.
Aramis, it's your turn.
I have an idea. Hold, please.
Whoa. I agree. Whoa.
I summon monster 2. Nothing on summon monster 2 sounds very helpful right now. Not a good idea. Instead, I'm just going to cast Moment of Greatness.
Okay.
So, buffs for everybody.
What's Moment of Greatness do again?
I'm refreshing my memory. If you're benefited by a morale bonus, you can double that bonus for one roll or check before making the roll.
Okay.
So for one roll, y'all can add another +2.
Nice.
And I'm gonna keep it for me.
So, on the cliff giant's turn, it drops its great club, falls onto its buttocks, and starts crying uncontrollably.
Hey, Krahk, did we just fucking beat the shit out of a toddler?
Is this a toddler?
Yes, it is. Congratulations, everyone. Take one step towards evil.
I would have fucking noticed this was a toddler. Hold up.
I did mention it was a lot smaller.
Did I not get the information when I went to whoop ass?
See, he threw shit at us, so...
I mean, I've had my siblings throw stuff at me. I didn't start beating them.
They also aren't twice your size and throwing boulders.
This one was only 8 feet tall.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Still
bigger than me.
twice some of our party members' size.
You're right. Yoirah, it's your turn.
So what do I do if I'm already chaotic evil? Do I just, win the evil lottery? Does Satan appear before me, shake my hand, and vanish?
This is Aiden's first evil act in the campaign.
Yeah, it is.
It wasn't an evil act.
I
Not an
know.
evil act to defend yourself.
I'm just giving you all shit. Do you all continue combat?
I feel like we're not going to have a choice in
Yeah, we're not going to quit it grog the goddamn kid, but the dad might have a different say.
You're right. So, Yoirah, it's your turn.
Yoirah just kind of, assesses the situation. Our one giant speaker is currently incapable of speech, so that's fun.
I have comprehend languages.
But that doesn't actually let you communicate. It only lets you understand.
You like tongues for that.
Yeah.
I do nothing.
Okay.
You just stand there with this look on your face as you contemplate the decisions that brought you to this moment.
No, I'm happy with the decisions. This is
Yeah.
new information.
Aren, it's your turn. You have a crying giant.
And a charging giant.
Wait, there's a charging giant?
There's a giant in the distance.
Oh, well then
I
I'm
think
gonna...
it's coming here.
I guess I missed that part. How far in the distance is it?
He looks about 150 feet away. That way he's not rock throwing range yet.
Cool, I'm gonna shoot him then.
Okay.
I guess I missed that. I'm definitely paying 100% attention to what's happening right now.
You're good. So roll to shoot.
Yep. He is within the second range increment, so it's at a -2. Bam!
That hits.
It should have been a +10 anyway, because I forgot the +2 from Bane. Whatever. 18 damage.
Okay.
Move action to reload. That's my turn.
Aren, it's your turn.
Okay, so I don't want to hit the crying giant.
It's not gonna stop me.
But I mean, we're already looking pretty suspicious. And he called for his death, which we don't know. But there's a running giant coming at us now. I think I'm actually gonna take a 20-foot step back away from the giant.
That's not a step. That's a move.
I'm gonna move 20 feet back. It's less obvious that I was hitting his son. Hitting this small child.
Aiden, it's your turn.
Oh, bloody hell. Why is it crying? Stop crying!
then you hit it.
And then I hit it.
Sudden block that.
Wait, are you actually going to block my attack?
You're a child! That has stopped combat.
Can you even do that?
Yeah, mythic power, sudden block.
It's not an ally. Sorry.
No.
It is now, it's a baby.
It's not. That's not how that works.
I consider it
Not
an
what
ally
that-
now.
That's not what that means.
Why?
Because words have rules definitions, Michael.
Yes, now that I don't want to kill it, it's an ally.
No.
When does it transfer to ally then?
When you both have that agreement.
It's not attacking me, I don't want to attack it.
Hey, maybe be friends now?
You literally just beat the shit out of it, Michael. It's not going to suddenly let you
I did
be
not
an
know
ally.
it was a child at that point. It does to a paladin.
Not
Okay,
to the rules, though.
how about we let the
Paladin
DM?
to the rules, it's an ally.
I'm going to say it's not an ally.
Because it's not.
Because it's neutral at best.
It looks so cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know, you guys just hit me a whole bunch of times, but I feel kind of neutrally towards you. Yes, you know. I'm kind of
So, Krahk, or Aiden, do you attack the child?
I'm waiting to see if Krahk can stop me.
Krahk cannot stop you.
That I know of.
So it's not an actual condition. But can I use a dirty trick to stuff one of my scarves in this thing's mouth so it's not quite so loud?
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna get killed by a giant, guys! Oh, God.
That will do it. 37 will do it.
I stuff a scarf in its mouth, and then I'm gonna attack it!
Oh god.
Okay, roll to attack. I forgot. What's our home rule? What's the constitution to be dead? Is it negative constitution?
Well, for NPCs, or for unimportant NPCs, I usually do negative con modifier, just because it's easier that way.
I
But
feel
the
like-
actual rule is negative constitution score.
I feel like this is about to become an important NPC.
Not if it's dead.
Oh my god.
What? Important NPC of the crying child? I don't think I still...
Oh, sugar honey iced tea.
Whoops, that should not have been a 14. That should have been a 6. So,
It would still hit.
How dead is this child about to be?
We have to see the damage.
and then I have my attack from haste, which is...
Oh no, he has his attack from haste.
He does. He does have his attack from haste.
Oh, yes, attack from haste.
That hits.
So I have 3 hits.
Yep.
3d8 plus 12. Wait, no, 3d8 plus 12 plus 6. So 3d8 plus 18.
You have to... Actually, I'm not going to say it. Huh. So, you stuff your
killed the
scarf in its mouth. And, you punch it 3 good times in the jaw. And upon the 3rd punch, you hear an awkward snap in its neck.
Oh.
That's not awkward. That was intended.
No!
And it falls to the ground, limp and lifeless.
Guys!
Is it dead or is it dying?
It was
It's dead.
To save it.
It is dead.
What are we gonna do with Papa?
Krahk, it's your turn.
Did you want us to friend this child? This lost child?
I
wanted us to leave him alone. Which Yoirah was on board for.
But then he threw a rock.
He threw a rock in front of you! A warning rock!
Didn't even hit you.
Yeah, he rolled good enough to hit. He threw it 10 feet ahead.
No, as a player, I am appalled by what just happened.
So, Krahk.
As an evil character.
But Aiden's
I
going
want to get Aiden with a what the fuck face.
I like that my character has no idea that this is actually a child.
Neither does Aiden. Because Aiden's never seen a cliff giant before.
Krahk, is that your turn?
Yeah, I just want to go what the fuck face at Aiden.
Didn't you buy reviving capabilities?
So,
Regardless of whatever just happened down there, there's still, that to deal with. Yoirah points to the charging giant.
She probably looks a lot more angry.
the giant rushes forward with unnatural speed and stops above the corpse of its child. You all now, seeing it above the tree line, can make out a multitude of expressions crossing its face and its eyes. It slowly leans down, touches the body, sees it limplessly ragdolling. Poor choice of words. You then receive a deafening roar that shakes your cores, and it picks up the child. It looks towards the lot of you with hatred and anger, and it runs away.
It beats us to death with its child.
No.
Damn, how many actions does this thing have?
As many as the cinematic cutscene allows.
It does provoke attacks of opportunity. Does somebody take them?
Wait, does it have a 50-foot move speed?
Yes.
We just killed its kid.
It does?
Oh shit, no. I was thinking of rock throwing. Okay. It doesn't pick up the child and run away
Rock
yet.
throws itself.
It's currently standing above the child, looking at you all with hatred.
So it's an angry giant.
Yep.
Okay. Proceed as normal.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking of rock throwing, and I don't know why.
Just let the giant mourn.
Well, you see, Aiden doesn't have this knowledge that Cody has.
Yeah, none of us have
communicate.
the knowledge that this giant
Yeah.
just wants to leave. This giant is looking
don't
at us
know
with
this.
hatred in its eyes.
Yep.
And we just
True.
killed what is presumably its child.
I can't talk.
So, I will take an attack of opportunity.
It doesn't move away yet.
Yeah.
Not at when did it not provoke when it ran up to us?
No, unless
No.
you threaten... do you have a reach weapon?
No.
Alright then.
Like, it's behind the giant corpse. So, it's...
And I was past the giant corpse, so it had to get past me to be adjacent to it.
My
Go,
God.
go ahead and provoke.
As a player, I don't want to do this.
And yet you're fighting real hard to do it.
Yeah.
As a player, not as a character. As a character, I would like to know if this rules definition applies to this situation. Because
You
I'm
hit.
just a character playing my character.
Oh, God. Aiden's gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone's gonna stop him.
Bye, Aiden. We'll take care of your goblin dogs.
So 11 damage.
Oh,
Okay. Now, Aramis, it's your turn.
To my knowledge, things are still going.
yep.
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 Oh, sugar honey iced tea. Hold on please while I think. This completely disrupted my brain.
Just do your best to subdue the opponent, Because
Yeah,
that is your job as an adventurer.
it is. Is this thing holding any weapons?
It is not.
Does it have any on its person?
It's a giant.
Yeah.
Anything within arm's reach is a weapon,
Yes.
Including Aiden in a couple seconds.
including its arms.
Prepared action that if it picks up a rock, I'm going to use the shatter harp on the rock
Okay.
and continue performing.
Oh, look! It's the dead giant child's turn.
It does nothing.
It continues. It slowly loses heat from its body.
It dead, baby.
Yoirah, it's your turn.
Shoot the dead, baby.
Fuck.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna shoot the dead one. I'm gonna shoot the live one.
No, you don't know it's dead.
Yes, I did.
You didn't hear the crack.
I know it's at the very least not currently glaring at me with hatred in its eyes.
Shoot the dead, baby.
Michael, you've had a very sudden change of heart.
This is out of
Everyone was
character.
against me, so I'm for it now.
I think that that's just the only way Michael can cope with the situation.
Yeah, I feel
Shoot the
like
baby.
I feel like Krahk's going to leave the party for moral reasons after this.
You know, it's a good thing I like Juniper as much as I do.
Anyway, it's within the first range increment now, right?
It is.
Alright, so +3 from Bane. Bum bum. And then 2 from Inspire Courage, 1 from Haste. I don't imagine an 18 hits it.
An 18 does not hit it.
Did you add Inspire?
I did.
Okay.
So I take a move action to reload.
Okay.
I have 2 more Giant's Bane bolts.
Aren, it's your turn.
Sweet.
Nothing about this situation is sweet.
I know.
Come on, full round, take the dead,
Get out
baby.
of it.
Full round, take the baby.
How far away is the pop-up?
Michael, stop!
I have to now.
10 feet away.
10 feet.
Is this where Krahk falls and becomes an anti-paladin?
This is Michael saying it, not Craig.
So, quick pause. I'm opening one of the last papers I need to grade, and this is the instructions my boss left for them.
What?
Just do anything.
Just say something.
That's it?
Just say something and relate it to hooks or critical race theory. Think of it as 3 points.
But, Aren, you are 10 feet away and it's your turn.
Okay. Fuck. I don't want to attack him out of character, but in character I would.
5-foot step, swift action, reach. Beat the shit out of him. Or do what you want. This is your
Okay.
turn.
Yeah, I know.
Full round, attack the grieving father.
Oh, you're so dead?
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds awful.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh.
I mean, this thing hasn't attacked us yet, so I'm not sure if I would.
Glaring at you with hatred in its eyes, and you just killed what's presumably its son. This is not a hard mental calculation to make here, people.
No, okay.
It is an angry giant with reason to be angry at you.
Specifically, Aiden.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be crushed if I get to him. Okay, I'm gonna walk into his space and take one move action to walk into his space and whack him.
Meteor arrow to the
I
death.
only whack him once. I whack him twice.
Okay. Whack away.
At least it'll be harder for him to crush me if I'm under his feet.
That, logically, that shouldn't be true.
Hey, I've got Titans Day, bitches. It's true.
I understand that rules-wise, exactly. I feel like logically it should be.
Misses.
Okay, so that's also +3, right? With everything.
Yeah.
Still misses.
Okay, so that's the 22. And 26.
26 hits.
Okay.
Oh,
And then a +2 on this. Ooh.
That's weird.
So, Michael,
yes.
when this combat is resolved, if Aiden is still alive, are you going to smite him?
8 damage.
He will not smite you. I can at least say that.
I feel like if you did, it would be acceptable.
Because here's the thing. Krahk very much against all of this. Torag would be fucking killing that baby.
Okay, I'm back.
Being
You're
a
good.
dwarven war god, giants aren't too fun.
So, I nick the grieving father.
You do. It looks as if it doesn't give a shit.
What? With 8 points
Understandable.
damage?
8 damage.
You're
This
gonna
thing.
scare him?
This thing does not look he looks disturbed, but for other reasons.
Well, his dead son.
Aiden, it's your turn.
Does it have to be?
Yes.
Ah! Alright, time to stack on so many debuffs that this thing can't walk away in peace.
Nice. Just how I like it.
So we'll start with the haste one.
Hits.
And then we have my regular one,
Hits.
regular one part 2,
Misses, and that's a fumble.
and then my iterative one.
Misses.
Alright, so with 2 hits, I will blind and entangle. What happens to me when I fumble?
You lose your scarf.
Like, I lose it? Like it's gone forever? Or
Between his toes.
Because you have more than one scarf, right?
I do.
Oh
This-
my fucking god.
The scarf that you stuffed into the tiny giant's mouth, you also used to try to entangle the larger one. You successfully entangle it. However, the scarf is no longer on your person. Krahk, it's your turn.
I throw my hammer on the ground, I look toward everyone else, and I roar with my hands up.
Sad bear noises.
I'm trying to give you the fucking stop hand motion.
There's still an angry giant.
I don't care, I'm doing the stop hand motion.
I mean, you're allowed.
I do it.
That was always allowed.
Then I beat the baby.
The giant move actions to unblind himself. And he slowly reaches down and picks up the lifeless corpse. He raises it to his face. You see him put his ear down to the chest and his eyes close. And Krahk, you hear it say, let me get this name. I even named these giants. My
That
sweet,
was your first mistake.
my sweet, sweet Raftir. What have they done?
Killed him, obviously.
Yeah, fuck him dead.
Like, I mean, I know giants are notoriously less intelligent, but
That Fun fact.
Snap that baby's neck.
Fun fact: these guys have above 10 intelligence. Aramis, it's your turn. You now have a giant holding his son, and you think you see a tear in his eye.
And Krahk is shouting and giving the stop hand motion.
Yep.
Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. Did we just kill a baby?
Is that in character?
Yes.
Huh. I don't think I've ever done that before.
Oh. Internal screaming. Hold, please.
Haste the giant.
He's the dead baby.
Bring it back to life.
I mean, does anyone in the party have the ability to bring this giant back from the dead?
No.
It'd be a good action. We could.
It'd be a good action. You're right.
God, people.
Kill the kid.
I don't believe there's anything I could really do to make the situation better.
Situation is fine. What's wrong with the situation? Why does it need to be made better?
Because we're good people, we like to think, Claire.
So? What? That nothing in this situation has negated that.
Especially the dead baby.
Oh my god.
I would say
Toddler.
beating the toddler when it was crying. My
Well, I mean, that was a dick move, but
Yeah.
none of us did that. That was that one guy over there who always does shit like that.
you right.
In everyone else's defense, the dick moves were all committed by the guy who wrote chaotic evil on his character sheet.
You right.
You know what? That's a
Right?
good point. Make a will save.
What's the DC?
I'm shifting the song for Deep Slumber on you.
What's the DC?
100.
Hold, please, while I check to see if it's based on spell or based on performance.
If it's a blood performance, it's 10 plus hot blood level plus charisma modifier.
Okay, then that would be DC 17 plus my bonuses to this sort of stuff would make it DC 18. You're deep
I'm
slumber.
okay with that. I'm okay with that. As a player, I'm okay with that. Aiden's gonna be pissed if he survives, but Cody's okay with that.
Yoirah, it's your turn.
This time, Yoirah actually does do nothing.
Okay. I feel like in character so far, I feel like Yoirah will at least prepare an action like, if this thing attacks, fuck off.
I mean, yours is already further than anybody else.
No, yeah, if it attacks, I will shoot it.
Okay. Aren, your turn.
Alright, so what happened since last turn? Anything new?
The giant...
I put
No.
Aiden to sleep, and Giant is just still being sad.
He's picked up his child, said something in giant,
And
and...
is crying.
Yes.
Yeah, and Krahk is giving the stop motion.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna back away. I'm not gonna hit this poor man's legs.
Aiden.
I'ma fuck up your key. Fuck up your
I'm
knees.
I snore contentedly.
You got a dead kid, you got no knees.
Give me them tools.
Then Krahk. Krahk, do you do anything?
I'm still doing stop motion just a little bit softer now.
Okay. The giant...
Softly with emotion.
Was he only entangled for one round, Cody? I think so.
Do what?
The entangled one was the low one, right? I think it was the 32.
It's still just a move action. And, like, it's not...
Well, didn't it only last one round?
If it didn't exceed it by 5, yeah.
Okay. So, he is no longer entangled.
But even if he was, it wouldn't, like, stop him from moving. It would just slow him down.
I was just making sure. Okay.
Okay.
So, the giant looks at each one of your faces. He takes a deep, heavy breath. He turns with his child in his hands and runs down the path.
And he didn't give 2 shits that I whacked up prey points.
This guy has had a day.
So, does anybody move to chase him?
Aiden snores loudly.
Just making sure, so combat is now over.
Sure.
Aramis just kind of sits there like, well, I feel awful and now need to go and feel like I need to go to church.
Why?
Aiden, you have lost a scarf.
I'm also still unconscious.
You right.
Or is deep slumber minutes per level or hours per level?
Has nobody in this party ever heard the word self-defense before?
True, but we also know that babies are dumb.
I would at this point, when Yoirah says that, I would go, self-defense, yes, but it surrendered and then it was killed.
Oh yeah, no, that was absolutely the wrong move.
Aiden.
What? Also, nobody awake at the current moment did that.
I pick up Aiden and I kind of sling him over the cart.
Is that enough to wake me?
Sure.
Here we win?
Go back to sleep.
Technically, yes. Morally, no.
Oh.
Just,
Well, that's a victory in my book.
no, there's
You
no,
might want to stop talking.
completely no. Aiden, you killed a child.
I thought I killed a giant.
You killed a giant child.
Ah. Well, alrighty then. How am I still alive?
The father did not want revenge.
Don't ask me.
Or even if he did, it's not now.
Ah. No offense, big fella, but I was actually asking why you didn't kill me.
You have done enough that I do not want your death.
An eye for an eye.
Also true, it's not my eye to take.
So, if the giant comes back,
I will
What are
not
the
move to
odds?
attack it.
what are the odds that y'all give me 2 in? I need to start plotting my escape.
You imply that we let you.
I would not offer you to it. Be sure of that. But I would not move to defend you from it.
I'd offer you to it.
You've done nothing out of your character. We've known you long enough by this point. Even I've known you long enough by this point to know how you would respond to such a situation.
But he has not responded as he would. He's been doing good lately.
What?
This is bad.
Yes, sure. Definitely.
What did I do that was good? Like, this is out of character. What has Aiden been doing that was good?
You helped defend the town. You got literally more goblin dogs than you needed just because you had sympathy.
1, he keeps his stuff there. 2, now he has more goblin dogs.
He has more than he needs.
But not more than he could potentially
But even he said himself it was out of sympathy.
Yes, for goblins. I don't know why he has listed as my connection to goblins.
But he has it.
I bought them from a slave market.
And thought nothing of it.
So, I have an important question.
Uh-huh.
Krahk's point of view, he was doing good.
Do you all continue along this path?
Yeah, we still need to fuck up some bandits.
Okay.
We need some catharsis now.
Krahk still wants to get rid of the bandits. What happens after that, though, is kind of TBD.
So,
Hey, Krahk, I've got some ouchies. You think you got that feel-good touch?
I toss some herbs at you. I need to save it.
Hold still, and I poke you with my wand of cure light.
How much do I heal?
I'm gonna get some water.
okay.
That sounds good.
How dare you?
Stress roll 1d8. 2.
That is insufficient.
Get wrecked.
I'm big guy there probably would. I like him more than I like you, and I want to stay on his good side.
That's
Have one for the road. You get another 4.
So, we'll say you guys are doing this in the back of the cart while you continue after knocking down the stone wall. It doesn't take much force to do so.
Alright, I have to run to the restroom quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Just assume Aiden is drinking in the background until it starts.
He's finding more babies to punch.
So, you all continue. And you make it another almost 400 feet up the path. And you see, in a small clearing off to the right, a large, muddy hut with a smokestack up top, and you can see smoke billowing out from it. Out front, you see a large wooden horse, other playthings, random bits and odds and ends.
I just note the location.
I kind of start going, okay, let's move faster,
You all continue on. Nobody stops you, though. It takes until the end of the day for you all to continue to the end of the path. It's from there, you're about 2 miles out from the bandit camp. Now I have a question. Do you all want to do the bandits tonight? Or do you want to call it here and pick it up next week?
I'm good either way.
Sleepy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, if people sleepy, we can...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll call it here tonight.
Killing a child is a bit of
For
a
one night.
yeah.
Yeah. And let me stop the recording. Well, one and all, tonight we witness the death of a child. As for the ramifications and the future impact, well, we'll see what happens. But thank you again for listening. It's always wonderful to have you here, and I couldn't do this without you all. If you like what you're hearing, want to hear more of it, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification. You'll be notified when future videos are out. We try to do new Dredgemire 2 times a month. Due to a delay, we're also doing next episode next weekend as well. On top of that, if you want to help support the channel, I'm going to have a Patreon link in the bio. Go there, you can subscribe. There's different rewards for each tier, from naming characters, like a friend of mine who got to name the bandit Sixpence, and a name drop tonight, Pietro, up to one-on-one DM sessions, up to the biggest tier, which is $10 a month, where I'll host a game for you and some of your friends. Anyway, thank you all for listening once again. This has been Brad from Table Talk Gaming, and you all have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.